So consider this problem, pause the video, and try to solve this on your own. In Singapore math, we represent unknown quantities with a bar. For example, this blue bar represents the cost of a pen. And that means that notebooks can be represented with a blue bar and an extension segment of 30. In Singapore math, we represent unknown quantities with bars and known quantities with line segments. Since the cost of 8 pens is the same as the cost of 5 notebooks, we can show equivalence by, quote, stacking representations for pens and for notebooks. And now if we do a little bit of rearranging for the notebook representation, we can see that 3 blue bars is equivalent to 5 copies of 30, meaning 150. And that 150 can be split fair share into each blue bar, and then that gives each blue bar a value of 50. Thus, to find out how much money Jaren spent, we notice that the pencils cost 400 cents, as did the notebooks, leading to an answer of $8 spent. Consider this problem. Pause the video and try to solve this on your own. So there are 2 time signatures in this problem, before and after the apple transfer. To use a bar model to represent the before situation, we can show that the number of apples in basket B as a bar, recall that bars are used to represent unknown quantities, and the number of apples in basket A can be represented by the same size bar with an attached line segment of 20. Now the after transfer situation means that we've got to remove a segment of size 50 from inside that bar for basket B and add those 50 apples to the basket A model. So now we've got a green bar representing the number of apples in basket B after the transfer. Because 3 green bars would represent the same quantity as the after size of basket A, it means that 120 can be distributed evenly to the 2 green bars, meaning each green bar is worth 60. Thus, to answer our question, we would have 60 apples in basket B and 180 apples in basket A for a grand total of 240 apples all together. As usual, read and consider solving this problem. Pause the video. So we'll use a red bar to represent the cashews price per pound and a blue bar to represent the almonds price per pound. To represent the average price per pound, we can split the bars in half, and the upper half would be worth, for example, $2. And so the full bars would be representing $4. We show how 3 blue bars and 2 red bars are commensurate with $10.64. And if we rearrange the bars, it helps us to see 2 iterations of that $4 demarcation. And that means that the blue bar has to have a value of $2.64. meaning that the almonds are $2.64 per pound and the cashews are $1.36 per pound. Okay, here's another one for you to consider and try to solve. So with a known measure of 6 liters and that being partitioned into 60% salt and 40% water, we can actually calculate that there are 3.6 liters of salt and 2.4 liters of water. So now we're going to add some more water, and that's the blue bar that we're trying to determine what its value is. The salt is now only 40% of the solution. So we can, in a sense, measure out the rest of the solution. Another demarcation of 40%, and that leaves 20%. And looking at those measures, focusing on the water, just the water portion, we can determine the amount of water because we know that the entire span here is supposed to be 5.4, and we already had 2.4. So in order to dilute the solution to 40%, we need to add 3 liters of water.